Part 3. The Death of the Dreamcast.
Here's the thing. Sega's management were feeling a bit cocky at the time of their machine's development. Being totally in love with their glorious unit, they thought they had all the bases covered. Supporting an ActiveX development kit and fully protected by their GD-ROM, but due to the disk size and its own GD security, they thought there was no need to add any extra security features.
What they did, in fact, was add the Mill CD feature to the Dreamcast, so the system could play multimedia discs just like those CD singles that had a video clip attached to them, but made exclusively for the Dreamcast. Have you ever seen them?
Dreamcast で聞く、見る、つながる。これがミル CD。Keeps Handbrake Diary。Mill CD。
No? Well, neither have I, as they weren't very popular. Yet Sega felt this feature to be so important that they added it to all their systems, only taking it out completely right at the end of its production run, because this Mill CD feature was the key to getting past the last thread of security the Dreamcast had.
A lot of the games that were released on the Dreamcast didn't really require a full CD-ROM and would play quite happily without any compression. But as time went on, people managed to squish the bigger games onto the CD-ROMs by lowering the res of the videos.
Bleem begun the trend first, using the hole in the Mill CD security by announcing their emulator able to play PlayStation 1 games. Then quickly, that was followed by the Game Shark 4 cheaters, which was similar to the Game Genie on the NES. Then all hell broke loose with the Utopia boot disk, and the internet assisting in a total carnage of ripped backup copies in everyone's Dreamcast.
So what we were trying to say was, what a waste. I mean, the Dreamcast really didn't need this Mill CD feature. I haven't even seen Mill CDs on eBay after 3 weeks of hunting, so they can't be all that common. I mean, it wouldn't have saved them against the dominance of PS2's DVD player, but had they not added that useless feature, at least then they could have sold some more games, and perhaps the Dreamcast may have lasted on the market a little longer than it did. Then again, had more gamers taken notice of Sega's incredible lineup of innovative games, like Jet Set Radio, then maybe they would have passed on the PlayStation 2 and nabbed a Dreamcast instead, saving Sega from its grim console future.
Part 4. Jet Set Radio.
We have everything you need to live the young, hip, jet grind radio lifestyle. You skate, you groove, you bomb bricks, and run from the man.
The developers' smile bit really topped themselves with this one. It's Jet Set Radio, and its players join a gang of graffiti artists called the GGs, trying to control the streets of Tokyo City, marking their territory by spray painting certain areas of the city while on their magnetically powered inline skates, dodging the cops who are protecting precious city landmarks, and beating the rival gangs' efforts to call each other's area home.
The game's appeal not only lies in its original gameplay, but with its completely refreshing look. Using a cell shade for all its characters and placing them in realistically detailed cities creates one of the coolest looking combos around. And what's more, the fantastic music blares throughout the game, courtesy of the game's resident DJ. The catchy tunes take a piece from every musical style, making each song just as memorable as the last. The cops shout at skaters when caught, and the bumbling police chief himself is absolutely hilarious. Even a game this good has to have some flaws. So, here they are. The camera is at times sporadic, but by no means hindering to the gameplay. Also, the controls can be hard to grasp from the start, frustrating those with little patience. Otherwise, Sega has created the world's most innovative game in at least 10 years. Anyone who owns a Dreamcast owes it to themselves to see what the fuss is about. And if you haven't yet, then get yourself a copy now and find out for yourselves. Better late than never.
So that's been our Dreamcast special. We would like to thank you, Sega, for making such a great system, supplying us with so many hours and so many years of entertainment.
Look, it was a great console.
And a fantastic collection of games.
Oh, definitely. Look, I love the fact that there's still people out there making games for this thing.
We both play ours often.
Updating quite regularly as well.
Updating game collection quite often, yeah.
Always a new game in the pipeline, always something to find when it comes to the Dreamcast. Plenty of useless peripherals that we don't use a great deal anymore, but hey, it's always great to have them in the collection.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Gamester81 and L1 Games, for the great plugs, and thank you for all of you guys who subscribe because of their plug. We have been doing this show for some time now, so please feel free to go back in the back catalogue and have a look at some of the earlier Season 2 episodes and Season 3.
Not Season 1, no.
Season 1 we were learning what we were doing, so, you know...
I wasn't in any of them, so...
Yeah. Oh, you were in some. You made the arcade special.
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah.
That was when he lost his YouTube virginity.
Yeah,
so, the memories. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Thank you, Dreamcast. You know,
10 years.
10 years. Happy birthday, mate. See you next time.
Maybe.
Alright, let's start with a quick look at the Dreamcast and its magazine that came out with it. Let's have a quick look at the Dreamcast. Okay. Let's start by having a quick look at the Dreamcast and its associated magazine. I haven't done this while recording.
Shootings.
But at least we got a modem. The Hong Kong Dreamcast didn't even have a modem, it just had an empty plastic shell.
How hollow?
Give me a second. With a 33.6K modem, whereas the American Dreamcast had a super fast 56K modem. Of course, both eventually outdated by the... He's teasing me. Alright. I was doing so well.
What sense of chrome make? Bye!